Hello and welcome to Breezy Chatter. Today I'm going to be talking about the bold and the beautiful. Thank you for those who have subscribed to my channel. Your subscription is highly appreciated, and let's get started. So, it looks like Sheila has been carted out of Steffi's house in handcuffs because unbeknownst to Sheila, while she was confessing her misdeeds, Detective Baker and the police were in the house listening to everything that she had to say. So as Sheila was being carted out, she wanted to say one last thing to Steffi. She wanted to continue the narrative that this is all Steffi's fault because all Sheila wanted to do was get to know her son. And now that Ridge is well aware that Sheila is responsible for Brooke's drinking, he rushes over to Brooke's place to explain everything. And when he gets there, Brooke is very happy to see him, and she is so relieved to know that her drinking wasn't of her own doing and that her instincts were right. She knew that something had to have triggered her to want to drink because she had been doing so well for so many years. And of course, Brooke feels like since all of this can be blamed on Sheila, Ridge should want to come back home to her. But Ridge doesn't quite see it that way. Yes, the drinking you can blame on Sheila, but the choices that she made involving Deacon before her drinking and after her drinking still leave a bad taste in Ridge's mouth, and he's not quite ready to return home to her. But he did tell her that he would be moving out of Steffi's place and moving into his father's place. And now that Brooke is well aware that Sheila is the reason for the problems in her marriage, she wastes no time paying a visit to Sheila in jail. And of course, Brooke lays into her. She shames her. She wants to understand how she could kill her own son. How could she shoot Steffi? And what's even more important, how could she switch out those champagne bottles and give her alcohol when she knows that she's a recovering alcoholic? And of course, when Sheila calls Brooke out on it, she denies that her only real concern is that Sheila switched out the bottles, which caused her to drink actual alcoholic champagne. Rich does return home to Steffi's place, but he does explain to Taylor and Steffi that he will be moving out. And Taylor, she takes this really understanding stance, like she always does. She makes it very easy for Ridge to walk in and out of her life. Meanwhile, we have Brooke telling Hope that it's only a matter of time before Ridge comes back home to her and that he's going to be living with Eric, which is better for Brooke because Brooke has free reign and free entry to Eric's place whenever she'd like. When Ridge was staying at Steffi's place, she couldn't just show up at Steffi's place expecting to see Ridge. And Brooke does tell Hope that she's confident that Ridge will be coming back home to her. And we have Thomas, who is regretful and apologetic and blaming himself for everything that's happened. And although Taylor and Ridge are really disappointed in him, they want to try to keep this under wraps, according to spoilers. So it looks like we have a lot of moving parts here. We have Ridge moving out of Steffi's place, moving into Eric's. Does that mean that he is going to find out about what's going on at Eric Forrester's house? Is he going to be the first one to find out that Eric is cheating on Quinn? And now we have Dollar Bill back on the scene. And of course, he's always taking Brooke's side no matter what. But I just wonder, does that mean that at some point Dollar Bill is going to try to make a play for Brooke once again? We have a lot of twists and turns underway, and next week's episode should be quite interesting. And that is my commentary. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you for your time. Until next time, ta-ta.